Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Gut Check, the food we eat. This is a very brief documentary special from ABC News Live, even though it's not really live. It's a produced documentary kind of thing. Interviews a number of people who have in the health industry. It also interviews at least there's one woman who had tried to do what was best for her body and eat healthy and get these prepackaged meals that are just full of natural ingredients, and it turns out not all of it was. And she has it had a tremendously poor effect on her health rather than making it better. A lot of us choose ultra processed foods in America, in the United States, more than most other countries around the world, mainly out of convenience. I know that's how I eat a lot of the time. I eat because I need to keep making these videos, and I can't stop, at least until I run out of stuff to watch. But I only have so much time in the day, and I have lots of little projects going on, and I just don't have time to whip up a healthy, nutritious meal for one person. Just that's going to go 90% of it would end up going bad. I would make enough for a lot of people, or I would have to have the ingredients to make enough for multiple people. But I just don't want to end up eating that same thing for 2-3 meals a day for the next 2 weeks, assuming it would last that long. So that would be, if I could create just unprocessed foods. The reason why, again, a lot of people, even in places that aren't the United States, processed foods can be a benefit, as they state in this. It's not necessarily all bad. Ultra processed can be a little risky, which we just love to consume. But processed foods, to a certain degree, last longer, and they also help. They're cheaper to make, and when there is food scarcity, something is better than nothing in some cases, depending on what it is. I wouldn't necessarily get one of those frozen breakfast meals sitting in a convenience store and calling that, super healthy. But if you're hungry and it's the apocalypse, or you are just not able to spend a lot of money, those things can be a lifesaver. So some of us have choices, some of us don't, and what we choose to eat has a humongous effect on our bodies. There's even the person who I didn't get his name, and I can't find it in IMDb, but one of the reporters in this, he undergoes a test where he is put in a chamber that, let's say, tracks his gases, what he expels, whether it's from whatever place on his body, before he eats anything processed. And then he eats something processed. Something that, looks delicious enough, the kind of thing that a kid would just obviously just eat up as a snack, if mom and dad, had that available for lunch someday on a summer afternoon. And it's the kind of thing that sometimes people on the run will just happily just grab from the shelf at a Starbucks or a convenience store and chow down as they're going to their next meeting. And they take the measurements of that, and they also check his blood, and it showed some not so pleasant results. It's not the kind of stuff that will automatically kill you. It's not necessarily poison, but so much of it is a detriment to our health system. So it's if you've ever had issue with your health on a regular basis, whether it comes to how you digest things and how it affects your energy, how it affects your just general mood, health, anything else, it's a good idea to maybe change up your diet into something a little bit more natural. Sometimes it's not possible. I know it's not. Some cases, some people don't have options, at least due to income or location or time or things like that. Yeah, you can claim that some people can make time, but not always. Not everybody's the same. Not everybody's in the same situation. But for those who can, well, since this is 2025, a lot of this does reference Maha and a certain junior, a certain Kennedy Jr., which I will not go into details on. And while I do believe to a certain degree he has some good intentions in getting some things changed so that we can eat healthier, much of what he does is not from an expert's point of view. It's not from an understanding of science, of health, because he is not a doctor. He never was, and he has no qualifications. So he's just doing things that will make him and his friends the most amount of money. I did it anyway. I said it. I said I wouldn't do it, and I did it. Anyway, so 25 minutes. That's all it is. Give it a look. It's so much deeper than a 25-minute look, honestly. But I do recommend, and I wish I could take my own advice most of the time, which I do not. But take a try and try to eat a little healthier and see how it changes your life. And yeah, so that's all I can really say. Let's pick tomorrow's episode. I had something wrong for dinner. 52. 52. Come on. All right. The good thing, by the way, we have less than 10 each when it comes to scripted series, shorts, and movies. There's less than 10 of each of those left in our list. A majority of what we have left is more than 50 items that are listed as documentaries, reality shows, music things. The good thing is that even within those subcategories, there's a good variety of things. And so, like, the last few days have all been documentaries. I have been surprised that we've had so much variance in what we've been watching between shorts, scripted series, movies, and documentaries and reality shows. I've been surprised that we've had been jumping around without intent. Like, this is all randomly picked here. Number 52 here is something that's very Disney. It's pretty much a promo piece, but it is Magic of Disney Lookout K at Lighthouse Point. What a title. I'm guessing it's a property, or maybe it's a boat. Not really sure. I remember looking at the image for this, and I'm pretty sure it has to do with one of their ships. I could be wrong. I really don't know. Magic of Disney Lookout K at Lighthouse Point is what we're watching next in the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.